Wow guys, wow! AQ40 just got announced. Sorry, my bad. I mean AQ20 and AQ10. I'm so hyped, I can't wait. This'll be the best phase yet. Surely there's some new dungeons and raids. Wait, where's the new stuff? Oh wow, Nightmare Grove. That's new. Never mind. It's vanilla bosses rehashed again. They've been in the game since 2005. At the completion of the 48-hour war, the Ruins of AQ, a 10-player raid dungeon, and the Temple of AQ, a 20-player raid dungeon, opens, allowing players access to the dangers and treasures within. It's so funny how they phrase it in a way that makes it seem new. Like we haven't done this before a million times. Before we get deeper into this, a word from today's sponsor, Wartune Ultra, a nostalgic IP with a 12-year history, being developed by the same team behind the globally popular classic browser game Wartune. The new mobile game supports cross-platform play on iOS, Android and web, with a 100% faithful recreation of the original gameplay. Jump into a traditional turn-based RPG strategy cultivation game with a medieval magical art style. Cultivate skills, equipment, gems, cities. There's PvE story dungeons, underground labyrinths, world bosses. In PvP there's arenas, and the option to occupy mines and cities. Collect mounts, join guilds, make friends. Social interaction is part of the core gameplay. And all gameplay is closely centered around one protagonist, giving players an immersive heroic experience. Share your gameplay strategies or your unique gaming stories about Wartune Ultra on YouTube or Facebook for a chance to win the China Travel official giveaway event. Check out Wartune Ultra today. Players will need to decide how far they want to push their luck to earn the greatest reward with a new system. After each boss, they'll need to make a choice between cashing in their rewards or enabling more challenging mechanics and trying for better loot. You'll need to balance the risk and the reward against each other, as too many deaths in the raid could mean your team earned nothing at all. What the hell? Who thought of this? So then if one person makes a mistake and the whole raid dies, no one gets any loot? This might actually be the worst idea I've ever heard. So MC was a fire resist gear check, Blackwing Lair was a Trials RNG fest, and AQ will just be drama and guilds disbanding because they didn't get any loot. Just imagine, someone wants to get Scarab Lord, and their guild says no, so they play the long game and completely wipe them in AQ so they get no items. This sounds absolutely terrible, and the complete lack of new content basically shows the writing on the wall that Blizzard really wants to get SOD over and done with. And I'm sure there's people out there huffing copium, saying that Blizzard will definitely announce some new raids and dungeons at Warcraft Direct. Surely guys, we'll get Karazhan Crypts. Just wait for Warcraft Direct. They've already strung us along for a year, so surely it's gonna happen. Right? I mean, they must have been cooking something up all this time. And Karazhan Crypts was already modelled almost 20 years ago by the original art team, so all they need to do is add an instance portal and some mobs in there and call it a day. It wouldn't surprise me if they released Karazhan Crypts after Naxxramas when no one's playing SOD. I guess we'll see, but my advice, don't hold your breath. SOD is literally on maintenance mode at this point. Everything at level 60 has been Season of Mastery scaled down, and so far has just been a complete rug pull. Everyone thought they were definitely cooking something up for level 60. And what do we get? Season of Mastery. And the PvP being terrible was so predictable. Giving everyone Wrath abilities made this doomed from the start. Druids with Starfall, one of the most broken abilities ever. Tank Warlocks, unkillable in PvP. They were already immortal in regular vanilla. And the list goes on and on. I mean, I could sit here and list all the abilities, but I think it's easier to say the PvP is so bad, I reinstalled League of Legends. And you know what? I actually enjoy it, compared to this complete clown fiesta. Season of Discovery is the first version of WoW that actually cured my WoW addiction. Never before have the devs said, go and play a different game, for a game that you pay monthly for. But the classic devs did, and now they look around wondering where everyone went, keeping everyone at level 25, 40 and 50 for months, with nothing else to do. And then you hit 60 and there's nothing new to discover in Season of Discovery. And all that time we were gatekept at lower levels. They weren't cooking anything up at all. And this is the problem when there's a skeleton crew trying to maintain multiple versions of Classic. They're stretched thin. They oversold SOD at BlizzCon. And all it's done is make people dub it Season of Disappointment. And I've wasted a year being a lab rat for a game I'm not even the target audience for. Why is there absolutely no new content? What is honestly the point anymore? Just smacking all the dragons into an instance together isn't new content. Where is any new runes? Where are any quest lines? Where are any new zones? Nothing new as per usual. People said last time I was fear-mongering too early for Phase 5 and I should wait for the official release. Phase 5 drops and we literally got nothing but re-itemized BWL loot and the SOM version of BWL. Just end the season already. You clearly have nothing original to offer. This announcement does not make me want to continue supporting this. Phase 5 was already a big letdown for me, for the content, and the class I played, huge nerf, no new runes and just some mechanic changes. If this kind of development continues for AQ, subs are going to fall for sure. Where's the discovery when there's no discoveries to be made? This feels increasingly like the game is being sustained on minimal effort and investment. The lack of new content and the hurried pace of unlocking gates risks pushing players away. I've never seriously thought of unsubscribing from WoW until now, but I'm genuinely considering it. Hardcore is the only mode I still enjoy, and even that isn't compelling enough to justify a subscription. Retail doesn't resonate with me, Classic has run its course, and while the Season of Discovery has had some promising ideas, it only hits the mark about 30% of the time. Well, there were times when it was fun, but as this announcement reads, I can't see any reason to continue playing SOD. It really feels like we're being slowly acclimated to more and more retail gameplay and features. Like, how can they get a frog to survive in boiling water by raising the temperature slowly over time? Well, this frog is getting ready to jump out of the pot and out of the door. As many predicted, a lousy phase is set to be released. SOD is dead. Season of the bare minimum. And this is the team that will probably head Classic Plus. What a joke. Just release vanilla servers that cycle through to TBC or Wrath and call it a day. What exactly are we discovering at this point? That there's no new real content? I'm sure though, to remedy the lack of content, they'll backport the Traveler's Tundra Mammoth for Classic Era and Hardcore for the small price of $90. That'll fix everyone's complaints. TBC hype, TBC hype.